Hey guys, this is Odd1 Gaming. This is going to be another King Arthur Legends Rise video. In today's video, I want to show you the team that I used to beat the Forbidden Dungeon stage 30 or like floor 30 of the Floor of Greed, right? So that's kind of like the last stage of one of these four groups, I guess, because we have four different ones: the Floor of Greed, Oblivion, Loss, and I have no idea how to read that. Vacuity? Like that's a word I've never seen in my life. But I was stuck at stage 30 for quite a few days, and it's a little bit of a tricky one, right? This one over here, floor 30, is a little bit of a tricky one because it has a lot of healing involved. It has lots of control, so it can be a little bit difficult if you don't use the right strategy, you know, the right rotations, and I guess at the same time, the right heroes. So I'm gonna show you, actually, because I pre-recorded the run, because you know what, that was a little bit easier than me keep running it for you guys, so I can show you exactly what I did. So the team that I used was Morgan, Tristan, Isolde, and then Baudwin. I chose to go with obviously as many fire relics as I had, even though you know, Tristan just has the storm one. But honestly, I think I'm getting close to be able to buy the one from the clan shop, right? That's the fire one. I would love that. So I'm just a little bit away, right? 2,200 away in order to get myself this one. Is it 2,000? No, 3,200 away to get Tristan's Flame Relic. This one's going to be so much better because obviously it's going to be better for Penvade, for example, as it does 8 hits, but also would have been better for this stage as well because he would have been strong element. So that's something you want to keep in mind when it comes to this floor, that, you know, as always, trying to get the strong element against what you're facing is always going to be the better choice, right? Why does it not let me go up? Come on. Okay, there we go. Come on. He just keeps jumping. That's a weird one. Okay, there we go. So this is the floor. But let's look in the background. Let's look how the run went. And I pretty much tried normally to just focus the side ad sometimes, and then I focus the queen, and you know, I just keep doing that. But the most important thing, and the thing that you need to keep in mind over here, is you 100% want somebody in this team that brings you the healing disruption, right? Because they're doing so much healing among the three, you know, the three ads, I guess let's call them. They have healing. You saw that massive heal that happened. That's part of Queen Aranello's main kit. It's kind of like a passive, right? Every time she gets a turn, she does a massive heal, and that's pretty problematic. Now, obviously, I chose to manual it because, well, that's what you should normally do for most content in the game. If you see that you get to a point where you are stuck a little bit and you cannot progress, just always choose to manual. Manualing it and doing the right skills at the right time on the right, you know, enemy is always going to be so much better than letting it do YOLO. Now, you saw something really important over here, right? The boss does that brainwash. So if you don't have somebody that brings abnormal status immunity, which is, I think Ain is one of them that does that, you 100% want to try and bring somebody like a Baudwin or anybody else that can help you cleanse that. Now, if this would have not been cleansed as the 50-50 chance from Baudwin, I would have just had to restore, because when you're brainwashed, you just keep attacking yourself, and that's a problem. However, Baudwin cleansing that one allowed me to, you know, be able to get back into rotation. Once I get my turn, I can just focus down the boss. Also having that damage increase, right? You see that one over there that's landed by Morgan is just gonna be amazing. Now, I did not have that third skill anymore, so I chose to go with the second one, so then I can kill it off with Baudwin. So this does not end though, right? It doesn't end as soon as you kill the boss. You still have to kill everybody else. You see that it looks a little bit tricky for my Tristan. He gets really, really low. However, I'm just focusing to keep them back so that I can get back to Baudwin to do that damage share and defense up. Then I'm doing also the healing with my Isolde, so I'm slowly being able to control this fight and take down the rest that is left. Honestly, even if Tristan died, I would have still been able to beat that just by, you know, focusing full on damages with Morgan. It would have just been a little bit slower, as my Morgan is not as well built as my Tristan, right? So that's one of the things that you want to keep in mind. But the number one most important thing, like I said, for this floor is having that healing disruption. Somebody does healing disruption, and also, you know, some damage mitigation, which honestly the perfect one is Morgan, right? We all get her for free in the first hours that we play. You bring her to the fight, then I guess if you don't have Tristan build, whoever is your best damage dealer that preferably has either a fire relic, that's, you know, that would be the best one, as you would be strong element against the storm, or, you know, worst case scenario, bring a storm one. Do not bring a frost one, and as obviously you're gonna do less damage, and that's just gonna be tricky. Then when it comes to Isolde, you don't really need to have Isolde specifically. Whoever is your best healer that you have, and preferably again try to bring them in a fire relic, as again they're gonna take less damage. But I'm not gonna keep you because I'm slowly taking these ones down. You're gonna see that they're gonna slowly be dying. Now I just kill, I think, with Morgan this one and push back some of their attack gauge, and then from here on is just pretty easy. Now the cool thing is the fact that you're gonna see that when it comes to damage, it's kind of split between Tristan and Morgan, right? Even though my Tristan is a little bit better built than my Morgan, this one just worked like, you know, they just, I guess, shared the way that they did the damage, and I guess Morgan did a little bit more damage because she was strong element, right? That's why she's, you know, normal. She's this high. Normally, she's a little bit lower. Now, I guess let's just have a look at the way that I have these people built for this team, so you have an idea of what you need roughly in order to beat this. So let's start with Tristan. Tristan is 3-star awakened, level 60, he has no skill ups in his passives. Then when it comes to his relic, he has a 5-star level 44 storm relic. That's all I have, no awakenings in it, no skill ups in the awakenings. And then when we're looking at equipment, he's running speed and crit rate, pretty much the same Tristan that I've been having for a while that I showed in my videos. These are his total stats: good HP, good attack, over 50% crit rate, which obviously the higher level gear we're gonna get, the better these stats are gonna look. But this is what I have for now, and you know, he did the job. He hits really hard. I just love Tristan. I know that lots of people are like, oh, Tristan's not good, not worth investing. I mean, honestly, if you're free to play like me and you have someone like a Tristan that brings you attack speed decrease on 2 of the skills and brings some decent damage, you're gonna 100% build him, right? That's what I chose to do. Now the next one's Morgan. I only have a 3-star level 20 fire relic for her. Nothing leveled up. Nothing leveled up in the relic. Then when we look at her, she's 2-star awakened. I did have a couple of skill ups in her passive because I just managed to get some of these serpent legendary ones from buying from the market, from just getting those. So that's why, you know, she is how she is. And then when we're looking at equipment, she's running a Vigor, because honestly, this is one of the best sets in the game. So she can keep having that skill 3 as often as possible. That's why, you know what, Vigor is perfect for her, because you can always plan out that she has at least 1 Vigor before she gets a turn, so she can always do the 3rd skill to land that you know, healing, reduction, prohibition, whatever's come, recovery, disruption, I guess. Then total stats for her, as you can see, decent HP, decent defense, some attack, some crit rate, but mostly effect accuracy. This is really important. So pretty much with her, you want her to have some survivability, but then damage with effect accuracy. And again, I need to get to 3-star awakened, so there's lots to improve for her. Now the next one is gonna be Isolde. She's again in a Vigor set, because again, you want to generate as much Vigor as you can with a life set. Her total stats are, as you can see, good HP, pretty low on the attack speed, and then she has a little bit of effect accuracy because I do use her in Gorgos and I want her to have a chance to land some of her, chills on the boss. Then she is 4-star awakened. Apparently I can give her some more chivalry. I think I'm gonna do this because this is gonna be interesting for Gorgos, but I think I'm gonna wait because I'm gonna be doing some summons in the next few days. I might just be doing that. But when we're talking about the relic, I use the fire relic for her again, so she's gonna be strong element. It's only 3-star, level 20, 2-star awakened, no skill ups in the relic, so pretty much standard. And then on her passive, I did get 1 trigger over here, which there's, you know, I guess it does help for a chance to remove those damage over time. And then a little bit over here, again, for another chance to remove damage over time. She's, you know, she's kind of like the queen of doing damage over time and removing it, at least when it comes to the rares. Then the last one that I'm using in the team is Baudwin, which honestly, he's one of the ones that I invested in, but I'm kind of using him in 4 or 5 places, right? I'm using him in some of the equipment dungeons, I'm using him in Master of Death, pretty much anywhere when I need some sort of cleansing for the abnormal status, which he does on this passive, right? There's a 50-50 chance to trigger when inflicted with abnormal status. This kind of helps. It's on a 3-turn cooldown, but hopefully I'm going to get another skill up. and get into a 2-turn. But right now, because I don't have somebody better, this is the best I have. This is what I'm using. I do have him Chivalry 1, which helps because when he does that cleansing of abnormal status, he lands defense increase 3 for 1 turn. You know, it can be really helpful. Then when we're talking about his equipment, he's again vigor, right? Generating as much of that vigor as you can with HP. Pretty much you want him to be as tanky as you possibly can. And then if you can get a little bit of effect accuracy, at least for when you're using him in Storm, it helps. For this fight specifically, you don't really care. He's, you know, his stats are pretty low, but I have some 3-star gear on him. Like, look, 4 out of the 6 pieces are 3-star, so obviously I'm going to try and get it better with time. But for now, this is what worked for me. Then when it comes to his relic, again, I use the Fire Relic because I wanted it to be strong element. It's a 4-star level 30 and then 2-star awaken. And again, no skill ups in the relics. Just getting skill ups for the relics are so, you know, it's so difficult. That's something that you get later on. It's easier to start off leveling these ones, the passives, because Master of Death, it's a little bit easier than Chrome Kruak. I just hate that Chrome Kruak boss. But yeah, this is pretty much my team that I used. Again, I guess let me show you anything else that I had. I do have a Chivalry 1 on Tristan because I managed to pull a dupe of him. That just makes him, you know, it's not the best. It's not like game changing. I don't think it's going to be a case of if you don't have a Chivalry 1, you're not going to be able to do it. It should still work even without Chivalry 1. Then Morgan no Chivalry, and then Isolde just Chivalry 2, right? Which I guess Chivalry 1 for Isolde is good because when she does her basic attack, she heals. But again, she's not mandatory for the team. Whoever is your best healer that you preferably have a fire relic for, that's what you're going to use. But yeah, pretty much this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this, you know, the team that I showed you, I hope it gives you an idea, or I hope you can build the same thing because, you know, it's pretty free to play friendly. 2 legendaries that everybody has, and then 2 rares that I'm using that at least for the healer can be replaced. Same thing I guess for Baudwin, you can replace him if you have somebody else that cleanses that abnormal status because you want to get that brainwash off. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem. But anyway, we're gonna leave it at this for now. Thank you all for watching, guys. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.
Fight with honor. Vanquish the wicked, and you may prove worthy of your legacy.